Did you know the kid that died, Brett?
Not very well.
I knew him just a little bit too.
Yeah,
I was just shocked.
I was shocked. I was at the gym the same day he was. I saw him at the gym all the time.
Wow.
You know, like 3 days.
Meningitis.
Yeah, the gym actually sent out a note to everybody saying everything's fine at the gym.
I actually thought he was adorable. I tried to add him on Facebook and he never added me.
Oh,
I never got to ask him.
I knew him from Crunch a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember when he moved to town, I saw him. I was like,
no, he's adorable. He was adorable.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Yeah.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's scary. But it's ultimately
so much
it's not
we don't
very.
know.
Well, the thing is, they said he went to White Party.
Yeah, but
I'm not for sure.
He was pretty outside the incubation period to have gotten it at White Party or to expose anybody.
But it's mostly that he didn't treat it, right? Isn't that the main thing that killed him?
I don't even know.
I don't know how
that you just go, and you get the treatment and you're fine for the most part.
He came down with the symptoms on Monday and he was in a coma by Wednesday.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
I mean, that's like
did he have
2 days of saying.
Did he have the hives? Or did he have compromised?
They haven't said. Yeah.
Like it's like that's a pretty fragile immune system to be in a coma in 2 days.
They said that's not usual.
That can't be typical.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I was like, what? I thought that was a joke at first. And I'm like, that's a cruel joke. And then I was like, crap.
I couldn't believe it. I knew it was happening. And I wasn't feeling well, so now I went to the doctor.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I had a sinus infection, and it wasn't that. And then I knew this guy was sick in the hospital, and then his picture came on the news, the teaser for the news, and I went, oh, it's that guy, it's Brett, that cute guy from the gym. A West Hollywood lawyer has died tonight, and they misreported that he had been taken off life support, and he hadn't yet, and so it was awful.
But they ended up doing it anyway.
Yeah, they did the next night.
But I don't know much about meningitis, so I couldn't report.
Well, it's one of those. It is one of those freak things where I actually think I had it. I'm not sure if I had viral or bacterial because I had an experience where I got the symptoms. Like it's a headache like you have never had before. It's like a nail being driven into your thing.
I would think it would be like I would think I had brain tumor. If
I really did. What I thought is my mother had a diabetic coma because she didn't know she was diabetic, and I thought it was that because my fever shot up to 102.
Oh wow!
And I felt like a nail was being driven through my skull, and everyone said go to the emergency room. So I went to the emergency room, and they said they did a spinal. And they said, you're at the tail end of meningitis.
Was this the one where the guy said, take off your clothes or whatever?
Yeah, the nurse came in and said, take off all your clothes, and I need to take your temperature. And I was so out of it. And then the person with me said, why does he need to take off his clothes to get his temperature taken? And the nurse went, okay, and left. It was like, this is so weird. I don't want to be here anymore.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
How weird is that, right? I've always remembered that story and thought that was so funny. Because, if you can ask people to take their clothes off, why wouldn't you?
I had a doctor tell me I had a nice pucker once.
A nice pucker? Yeah. My favorite is when they have to do something to your throat and they're like, oh, no gag reflex.
Me. I was like, did he just say
thank you?
I was like, I don't know what to do now.
Okay. You just say thank you and move on.
This isn't like it is in the porn movies.
You take your compliments where you can get them.
If he was 30 years younger, maybe I'd have taken it really. No.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything about it. Just say thank you, I guess. Yeah. But that would be a little unnerving.
Yeah, when you're in a...
Yeah, when you're already in that position. Oh my God, I did this thing with a doctor who I've been friends with for years. So I know him socially, and there was a test thing that involved me basically getting on all fours, putting my face down on the whatchamacallit, and then pouring white vinegar down there, and then sticking this thing. Yeah, I guess, and then sticking like a telescope up there or something. I felt like a telescope anyway.
Oh my God.
And looking around because. It would, if anything was...
Isn't that what, colonoscopy
because if the vinegar touched whatever it would turn it white or something.
Oh, this awful story you're telling this story.
And it was, we were over and I was like, well, our relationship has come to a whole new level now, Tony.
It's called a colposcopy, right?
What is it?
Colposcopy.
It was the most, and then the aftermath of having had vinegar up there was exciting and burning and I was like all aflutter and
off camera. I will share.
Oh my God!
When we're off air.
It was one of those. Okay, I look forward to your story,
no, you won't.
But oh my God.
Don't.
It was
not
just,
pretty.
Oh my God, it was just like, it was like, well, okay, I guess that's what we're doing today. So it's always a series of ever more humiliating, today we're going to, I did this thing with the cardiologist. Do you know, I've seen on for years on murder mystery things where the evil nurse injects the air into the IV and it kills them. I actually had that done at the cardiologist's office. It's called the bubble test, and they do an echo of your heart, and they can see if you have holes in the chambers of your heart by injecting air into you, and then they see the bubbles. Apparently, it's no big deal. Apparently, it's all that's like. He said, well, it might kill you, but you really have to use a lot,
it might kill you.
and it would have to go straight to your brain. I mean, it was big, number 10 needle. It was not like a tiny amount. I was terrified.
God.
And he was like, hold your arm up and do like this, like to get it to go into. I was like,
did he make you cluck like a chicken?
oh, okay.